My brothers and sisters, you will have to at some stage interact with the opposite sex and even those who are not related to you. You will have to at some point as a human being, when you walk, when you perhaps might go to a public place, in public transport, maybe at a place of the marketplace or wherever else it may be, maybe at the doctors, at the pharmacies, at school, at university, wherever it may be, you will have to interact at some point with the opposite sex, those who are not related to you and not mahram. How should you interact with them? I tell you, there is one word: very respectfully. You might say those are two words. Well, very is only descriptive, but when it comes to respectfully, you need to understand that's the word. Be very respectful. Treat them as though they are, the favor of Allah upon you, the opportunity Allah has given you to address the opposite sex. It should be absolutely respectful. It's an act of worship to respect others. And don't ever address a person in a very cheap way, in a very derogatory way, vulgar, abusive, etc. Or just without having any shame, shameless way. People just address others as though they have no scruples. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an understanding. So I am here today to tell you, please respect the opposite sex and even the same gender. Respect all human beings. Make sure when you address them, you bear in mind all the rules and regulations, the rule of controlling your gaze and lowering it, the rule of speaking in a good tone, choosing good words, getting to the point, not saying that which is unnecessary, irrelevant, going into perhaps details that are embarrassing and so on, that which is unnecessary, putting people into a spot in a corner and so on. Remember that. Let's speak to others respectfully. We will have to interact. I interact, you interact, we all have to interact. I don't know of anyone who says, I've never had to in my life or will never have to interact with the opposite sex. You will. You're a human being. And you need to do so respectfully. You need to understand the regulations, the rules, to the best of your ability and capacity. You will address them and inshallah use the best words because Allah is watching. And whatever you've said is recorded. And it will be held for you or against you. Wouldn't you like on the Day of Judgment, beautiful book to come out, and this is the way you address the opposite sex. Every word you said is held for you and not against you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let that happen for us. أقول قولي هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.